Okay, it's Wednesday. Just dropped the kid off at school, or not school, summer program, whatever. The place where she's being watched, not with me. And, oh, that's weird. There's like a reflection of somebody in their car back. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm going to turn it this way. This is a good start to a video, isn't it? Going to East Coffee, which is the one I went to yesterday, which is one I don't normally go to, blah, 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 blah. Today's my last real day of work on artwork. So I really want to get the inks done on this print piece, and I would like to get the rough layout concept of the t-shirt done. That's my goal for today. What is this, a red light? Don't they know who I am? As some weird crunchy is in my throat. Don't they know I have crunchy throat? Oh, good, green light, thank you. Let's begin. I've been here about 5.5 hours. Let's say 4 hours that for sure was drawing, maybe more, and all working on this. I got the inks completely done. I finished these guys up. I did some revisions on the legs down here. I've been consolidating things, moving her up and down. And this is where I'm at now with kind of some rough flats. These I might not color at all. I might just leave them as sort of like monochromatic images. I have a color hold of a brown line on them, which I always intended, but I might just leave them black and white. These I will put more color in. These will be full color, but I also expanded the fire, and there's going to be shadows and blah, 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 but I'm at a good spot. I'd like to keep working, but I got to pick up the kid, and I think if I have time to draw again, I'm going to leave this alone and go back to working on t-shirt designs, which need a lot more work. I just shaved. This is taking a while to drain, and what I should do is something. Snake it? Do a plumbing thing? Don't really know what to do. I guess snaking it, maybe? What I'm gonna do is nothing, and hope it gets better. Because I don't have time for another thing on my list of 35 urgent things to do and 200 less urgent things to do. I keep thinking it's Saturday morning, but it's Thursday morning, but there's no school. And we have big plans to go to, after breakfast, to go to my mom's house, and then we're gonna go to the Mattel store. Mattel is a toy company, most famously known for doing Barbie, but they do other things. And they don't normally have stores. They only have, I think they have 3 stores in the whole country. They're kind of like outlets. 2 of them are in California, less than 2 hours from my house. I've been there before, and so we're gonna go to one of those. The deal is that everything in the store is half price. It's all, you know, maybe the box is dented, maybe it came out last year. It's all good stuff that's all half price baseline. And so there's some stuff that the kid likes there. Once we come home, I'm gonna have a few hours before our guests show up. And theoretically, they're like, we could maybe come earlier, and it's sort of like, don't, because, you know, boxes on the floor and things that I still need to clean up a little bit. And then they're coming over, and then that begins that part of the whole thing. One good piece of news is talking about every weekend being busy. I thought next weekend, Tech Advisor Arzuki was going out of town for work, and she is, but I thought she was leaving like Friday night. She's leaving Sunday during the day. So I need to rest or do something on Saturday, because that's going to be my little chunk. And then Sunday she's leaving, and then she'll be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I'll be on my own for those 4 days, but at least there'll be school those 4 days. So that's good. So as far as doing solo parenting goes, it should be the easiest I've ever had to do. But less time for, I'm pointing at my iPad, for art. Less time for art. Okay, so the kid has been really helpful today in terms of occupying themselves and just hanging out, playing near me, and letting me get stuff done. So I managed to clean the landing off. These are all empty boxes. They got to go somewhere. But more importantly, the craft room, AKA the guest room, is all set and vacuumed and ready. But as predicted, my area is messy. Well, this might be misleading, because it probably looks similar to how last time I showed it to you, because I had cleaned it somewhat. I mean, it's still a huge mess, but I cleaned up some more of the art and consolidated some comics, blah, 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 to make room for all these boxes that were on the landing. Now, all of this stuff is stuff to be sold. I'd taken it to 2 toy shows. It was like, 8 boxes, 10 boxes, whatever. Now it's 6. So those got to go on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or whatever, as well as a lot of this other stuff. But this stuff is priced and ready to go. And this is all shipping materials. It's a mess. It's a big mess. But letting her play a little bit of Astro, which is a PlayStation game, for a few minutes, and then we're gonna go to my mom's, and then we're gonna go to the Mattel store, and that's the day. But I feel pretty good about how productive the morning was. I mean, not art-wise, but otherwise. They're here. So this is the stickers for the Horror A4 Kickstarter I got from Sticker Invasion. There are two designs. The first design is, boom, the Horror A4. This was a detail of the cover of my art for issue 3. This is the one that was already included in a lot of the reward tiers, I suppose you would say. The second one was a stretch goal that only some people got with new art created. Boom. It is Explodey Boots. Now, I gotta say, oh wait, I was gonna say this white outline is bigger than I thought it would be, but I forgot I got the die cut peel, so it's not that thing where you have to peel off the back really difficult. I'll show you in a minute. So here's the sticker outside of the plastic wrap or whatever, but if you look, it's hard to see. See that right there? And these are nice quality vinyl. Oh my gosh, I can't get it with one hand. Can I get it with one hand? I had to use my other hand to start it, but I can't stress enough how much easier this is than trying to peel it off the back by getting your fingernail in between it. I'm peeling this off. Where am I going to put it? I don't know. Actually, I do know. It's going to go on my iPad, but that's downstairs. So anyway, we got the circular pin of the Horror A4, and then we got the die-cut explosion pin of Boots jumping out. Pretty happy. They both look nice. The colors are bright. The shapes are correct. The size is correct. Yeah, I'll put some in my car too, maybe. For the horror update, that means that the pins are in, the stickers are in. The print is almost done with the art. The t-shirt art is still in the concept phase, and the books, I'm waiting for either the next proof or the book order, depending on what they decide to send me. Hey, Izzy, what you doing? That's a people seat. Are you sitting in a people? Are you a people? She's like, I'm just going to rub my face all over this table, and somehow that'll get me food. I know. Is she a person?
No.
A human?
No, she's a cat.
A Homo sapien? A primate.
No, she's a cat.
You're right. I guess she just likes human seats sometimes. What? You want to be involved in this too?
The resort. So you have to stay at that hotel to go to that pool. Oh, this is like a... All right,
Legoland. Oh, there's lions.
Things that you want to go into, you can. Like that one, you go like right.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Gazbot. I'm at Legoland. There's this crazy Nerf. There's explosions everywhere. It's wild. I've been hit by shrapnel several times. Luckily, I have Nerf immunity, but otherwise, it'll be a bloodbath here. Whoa!
Well, come back during Conquerors. Please make use of the Dragon of God.
Oh, that's something.
It's called Legoland, but it's like Discovery
And
Do you guys recognize any of the costumes that these Legos are wearing?
this is cool.
I see Captain Hook, maybe,
Captain Hook?
or maybe like a Blackbeard. It's a pirate.
Oh yeah, maybe. I didn't even realize there were costumes at first. Big day at Legoland yesterday. I am quickly putting together some print orders. I would normally wait until Monday, but one of them had an express tag on it, so I think I got to get it out right away, and it's Saturday, and I got to get it out before 12. I want it to be in the system, and I got to pick up some toilet paper, because we're almost out of toilet paper, and we have 3 extra people here. Then I think today we're going to just do a pool day and maybe get some dinner out, and then tomorrow our guests are leaving in the afternoon, and I'll be on duty. So yeah, I've been having a good but extremely tiring time, and Monday I'll be back to business as usual, theoretically. Yeah, that's... I just dropped the prints off at the post office. Now I'm going to stop at the food store. I'll be back to get eggs and toilet paper just because we need them. Yeah, I feel good. I got a decent night's sleep last night. Had a little bit of time to myself, even though I'm not doing exciting things. I went for a drive. I'm running errands. But a little time to decompress in a few ways. I was feeling pretty burnt out. Well, I've talked about feeling burnt out in general, but yesterday was rough. We went to Legoland, and it was fun to be had there, but it was just a lot of walking, a lot of stress of watching the kid, you know, an hour plus drive there and back, in kind of a back seat that was not the most comfortable, and just, yeah, I don't regret it. It was a good time. The kids loved it. It was all good, but I I needed a break. And I'm going to be in charge of the kid for the second half of the day today. So normally, especially with having people around, I'd be a little more present. But I'm like, I think it's in everyone's best interest if I have a little time to myself in the morning. And I think I was right, because I'm feeling a lot better. And I feel like by the time I get back, I'll be like, hey, everybody, I'm part of the group. How are we doing? Who likes fun?
Probably going to bed.
Make a wish.
Late afternoon, early evening. I've been doing laundry for, I don't know, an hour and a half, a little more than that, and close to 2 hours. Just loads and loads that needed to be put away. I put on a Tinkerbell movie, and the kid watched that, and the movie's about an hour and a half, and I just did laundry the whole time. Put in a new load. It's laundry. It's crazy laundry, but I haven't been able to do it for like a week, it seems like, and it adds up quick. It's nuts. Laundry is nuts. Yeah, our friends left, and when they left, we went out to eat and did that, and then I'm catching up on laundry, but also working on the playroom for the kids area. Like, before they got here, we were just like revamping stuff and rearranging stuff and cleaning the house better than it's ever been cleaned. They left, and we're right back to it, which is fine, because tomorrow the kid is back in her summer program, and I'm going to get back to coloring on the Horror 4 stretch goal print and try to get as much artwork as I could get done over that week, because then Sunday, Tech Advisor Erzuki is leaving for a few days. So this week coming up is going to be good. The following week is going to be hard. So I'm trying to get house stuff done now so I can get artwork done later, because I'll be able to get nothing done after that. More time, all of the time. So I'm doing a patented hold 'em low, semi-safe driving while not looking at the phone. Kind of not illegal, I don't think. Gas maneuver, patent pending, TM, registered trademark, copyright. Can only be used for non-commercial reproduction and review purposes. Anyway, it's Monday after the long, wild weekend we've had, 4-day weekend with friends over and everything. And so I was looking forward to getting back into the groove of regular life, even though that was fun. And we are back in the groove of regular life, because I got no sleep last night. My health issues have been not good the last couple days. And last night, especially, and the night before especially, it have resulted in me not getting much sleep. I'm actually taking a short-term medication right now. It's steroids, which typically make me feel great. But you can't take steroids forever, unfortunately, because health, I guess. And they don't, then I'll be, jacked, and nobody wants that. But they haven't really kicked in yet, as far as me feeling the positive effects. But meanwhile, Tech Advisor Erzuki, whose health had been doing better, because she got diagnosed with some stuff and kind of has a path to deal with some things that have been sort of nebulous, mysterious things for a while. Had been doing a little better the last couple days, but then last night had an incident. She's okay, but she had to go to the ER for a little bit, and so she didn't get any sleep, and she's sleeping it off at home today. And so I'm like, okay, and I'm getting the kid ready to go to their summer program, and the cats, again, everybody's sick in my house. The cats, I don't know which one or which end, but it was a nightmare. It was like, in front of the litter box, there was a big puddle, and leading up to the litter box and it just sprayed. It was just terrible. It was terrible. And it had to be cleaned up immediately. So I dealt with that this morning too. The kid was not happy. Usually I could drop her off, everything's fine, but she was very upset and kind of being emotional and crying, and that was always tough. So, this is the headspace I'm in, going to the coffee shop. What I want to accomplish, the thing I most need to accomplish is the coloring of the print, so I can send the print in to get made for the Kickstarter rewards, because I'm not sending things out piecemeal. So the comics haven't come in yet, but when they come in, I want to start packing them up and sending them out for a million reasons. Obviously, I want to do a good job fulfilling rewards and things like that, but also it'll clear out a lot of space in my office, and it'll take some things off my plate. But the point is, I got the stickers and the pins, but I'm not sending those out. I'm going to send stickers, pins, comics, prints. It's all going to go out together. So I got to make sure it's all ready. But I'm feeling kind of wonky and rusty because I haven't drawn in a few days, other than the little baby Garfield note I just put in her lunch. I do a little sketch for her in her lunch every day while I'm making it. And, but I don't really, I mean, I guess that's better than nothing, right? But she likes it. It's not so, but anyway. I'm ready. I'm focused. I am so not focused. But the next thing after the sketch, after the print, I mean, as far as art, is I have to do 4 sketch cards. And I got to look at what I said. I know I said I wouldn't get to them until June. We're close to the end of June. I don't know if I said I'd have them done by the end of the June or I'd start them by June. So I got to double check that. But what I might do is do some roughs for the sketch cards because it'll just switching gears. And because it's rough, I don't have to be precious and perfect. I can just kind of fart around on it and it'll still be moving the needle forward on something I need to work on. I also think I'm going to get an egg bagel instead of avocado toast this morning because I'm hungrier than usual. But you didn't need to know that. What you do need to know is I got to get off because I'm going to miss my exit. Oh yeah, and just in case I made it seem like the kid was not sick in some way, shape, or form. She did have night terrors again last night. Not as bad as the previous nights. But she's also had other mystery ailments. She like hurt her bottom, the string on the bottom of her tongue somehow. And it didn't heal from yesterday. She's okay, but she's like, my tongue hurts. Because she like jammed it somehow with like a fake drumstick. I'm not exactly even sure how she injured it. And she's got like a mystery rash. And I got to take her for a blood test Thursday to see if she has something. And yeah, she's fine. She's at school. She's not like sick, but there's like a bunch of stuff with her too. So we're all a mess. Well, now that I'm done whinging and whining, I can certainly appreciate the lovely overcast day we're getting. We're towards the end of June, and it's been barely hot. It's been amazing. I'm very, very thankful for the weather we've been having lately. It's super nice. 10:30. Nope. Okay, I'm using the mic. I have it on this piece of paper. I always see people clipping it onto things, and I think it makes it so there's less rustling or something. It has a lapel clip, but when I put it here, it's all... Anyway, point is, it's about 10:30, so I've been here an hour. Wait, no, I got here an hour and a half. I think I spent a half hour not working, eating food, checking emails and stuff like that. And then I spent about an hour working on a sketch card. This is what I've got. This is the first of 4 sketch cards, roughs. I need to go back in and clean up some of the details, then transfer it. And this was like the easy, fun part, basically. And I think I'm going to do the rest of these and send them to the client and be like, hey, the finals might not be ready to ship out until next month sometime, but at least I'm working on it, and here you go. I didn't have a hard deadline, but it did say I'd be working on them by June at the latest, and it is June, so I'm working on them. So still feeling a little out of sorts, but better to be kind of get back into a groove. And I think I did the right thing working on this instead of on the coloring because it's just looser, and yeah. Theoretically, I'm going to stay here until like 2:30 and then pick up the kid, but I don't know. There's other stuff life I need to catch up on that I may or may not do. But I'm going to at least do one more card and go from there. It's 1:15. I got my second sketch card rough done. This one took a lot longer. I redrew this head like 15 times. I had a really hard time finding reference for this character, and because I decided to have a small human firing at it, the pose was weird. I'm basically happy with it now, and I think it's really dynamic, and I think my card layouts have gotten better and better, and while I'm not enthusiastic about doing sketch cards in terms of actually putting on the card, I think approaching them as like panels from a comic or covers or making them scenes instead of just pinups is helping me be a better artist and being more excited about these pieces, at least in the initial stages. So I got 2 more to do. Maybe I could squeeze 1 more out, but I'm running short on time. It's 1:30. I have about an hour before I have to pick up the kid, but I just heard from Tech Advisor Azuki that she needs me to pick up some medicine before I pick up the kid, so I'm going to hustle over to try to quick do that, and then I'll pick up the kid, go to the pet store to get medicine for the cats, and then after I get home, I put the kid in an independent play. I will try to make an appointment with the doctor for the kid and or the cat. Maybe myself. Yeah. Well, I started work on the 3rd sketch, and I'm being super ambitious with doing this extreme up angle, which is difficult for me, but I keep trying to force myself to do because it's one of many areas that I'm lacking in terms of my skill set, but it's specifically important for someone that draws giant monsters, which I do. And as is usually the case, the very, very first rough, I was like, this is great. This is going to look awesome. And as I'm just starting the barest rough, not even pencils, I'm like, oh, this is hard and it's terrible. But I'm going to push on, but not right now. It's gotten a bit warmer. It's still not oppressive. relatively hot, but now it's like a kind of a nice warm day. Cool truck. But I also want to stress that while I'm complaining about a lot of stuff, I don't even know, well, I guess I am complaining, but I guess I'm more informing, and I sort through a lot of this. Like I make lists and prioritize and try to figure out how to get stuff done and still make time to do art and have empathy for other people, especially in my family, while still having, you know, empathy for myself and blah, 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 blah. But every aspect of my life right now is quantifiably better than it was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So I'm very aware of that. That's all. Things are better, even when they're bad. Round 2. I'm pretending to cut it open. I did it earlier, though. Editing. Prove this proof. I kind of thought I did, but we're going to see what happens. I picked up what I needed from Target, picked up the kid. Target took a little longer than I thought because the pharmacy was closed. Picked up the kid, did a few things when we got home. This is laundry I just brought up. There was a pile like this with like 3 or 4 loads. So this is clean laundry, but it won't fit in the basket. Yesterday, I emptied all of them, did more loads, emptied, put them away, and now these are more. I did laundry for like 2 or 3 hours yesterday. Got more to do today. Well, I got more to do. I don't know if I'm going to do it today. Looking at my to-do list, which is hundreds and hundreds of items, but I have like an urgent, try to get to soon to-do list, which was like 10, then it was 20, now it's something like 48. So for psychological well-being, that can't be. So I'm going to take that list in a minute and break it down. I'm going to divide it by 3. So let's pretend it's 30. It's not. It's way more than that. But if it was 30, the goal would be do 10 today, cherry pick the easy ones, decide that 10 of them are not as urgent and move them to the big list, and then leave the other 10 for tomorrow. It's going to be more like 13 or 14 each, but that's kind of my goal for right this second. Okay, I broke it up into 15. So that makes it 45 for a total. It was actually more like 47. One was a duplicate and whatever. So 15. Got to do 15 today. I did 5. I picked up the prescription and I brought a bag of laundry up from the out of the dryer into the room. So I'm counting those as 2. 3 more. I needed to make an appointment with the doctor for my kid, and I needed to check on blood results that I haven't gotten a call from in like 2 months for me. So I did that at the same time. So I have the same doctor, but I got an answering service and I was on there for 10 or 15 minutes. Didn't get anywhere. They're going to call me back. So they're kind of still on the list, but I kind of did them. But while I was doing that, I trimmed my nails and filed them. So that's 5, sort of. I got to do 10 more. Checking it out. I changed this. There was an error here, and I redid that to be a little more concise. This is separated better. Some of it, I already flipped through this, full disclosure. Some of it separated better than others. One of the things I'm noticing, though, and I don't know if this is an error on my end or on their end, certain of the grays, what was that shot I was just looking at? This looks really dark to me. Not that it's like bad or wrong, but it just, the 2 shades of gray look very, very dark compared to, let's say, the first page with like the same basic uniforms and scene. So I'm wondering if certain things, well, that looks dark too. I'm wondering, yeah, see, like that looks darker than this, when they should be the same. It should be 50% for the heavy and 25% for the light gray. It should be the same, but that looks, I don't know. So I have 2, it can be done. It's certainly better than the last version. And now it starts to get into the fixing the printing the same way I would fix anatomy or anything else. It is print on demand, so it's never gonna be perfect. And how much can I control? I can go through and check all of my files and make sure the grays are the exact percentages I want them to be. But to do that, I can't look at the flat files I sent. I have to look at the Photoshop files and then compare them, which is doable and wouldn't take that long. But even if I find out I'm incorrect, then I have to resubmit the pages and go through this all again. That's if I'm incorrect. If I'm correct, then that means it's just a printing error, and like it's a variation. It's not something I'm gonna be like, hey, on this page, could you lighten that panel more? Like, there's nothing I can really do because it's print on demand. Some of the pages are still a little closer together, the panels in the middle, for my liking. They're all better. I don't know if it's something that's gonna bother me or if it's something that's gonna bother everybody. I also, how many rounds of revisions can I do? How far can I push this back? Because people are expecting rewards. I gotta move on with other projects. I could just say, well, because my other books have first, second, third printings, whatever. I can say first printing, if you get that, they might be a little close. And hey, look at you, you're lucky, you got a first print, you know. Printing 2 will be noticeably different, maybe better, but you know, it's just different. Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is see if Tech Advisor Arizuki has time to look at it and just see if she notices anything that stands out to her. And if it does, then okay, back to the drawing board. And if it doesn't, then it's probably fine. I'm probably overthinking it. The other thing is, I had said I don't need a physical print. They sent a physical print. So I had said just print them. So I kind of was hoping I'd get a box of prints when I came home today, but I just got the one. And if I got the box of prints, it would be done. It might be flawed, might not be as perfect as I'd like, but it'd be done. It'd be, you know, now I have to think about it again. And I'm also, the first time I got a proof, it cost me $40. I didn't want another $40 proof. I don't know if this one is cheaper, like it's just like, oh, well, this is just one issue, or if it's included. I didn't get a separate bill yet. I don't know how it works. And while communication with Comics Wellspring is a million times better than with Kablam, or Kabam, whatever it was, the other printer, it's still not great. It's that thing of like, well, I sent a message and I hope they got it. Did they get it? They responded to a different message a week later. I don't know. So anyway, that's where I am with that. But one of the things on my list was to approve this or send it back. And so I've kind of started to do that, but just like with the phone calls, it's not really done, but I'm gonna count it as 6. Go to the Tech Advisor Arizuki. We were like 3 pages in. She was seeing all the same problems I was. So I'm gonna go back and check the grays and revamp some of the pages. Maybe have to pay for another proof, maybe not, I don't know. This again is like sort of done. I kind of did it, but I got to do more work on it. So I called to get a refill on my one cat's medicine. So that's another thing off the list. I don't know what I'm at, 7, 8, whatever. I need to make an appointment for one of the cats. Now this is Star Commander over here. See her? And I'm pretty sure, 99% sure, she is the one that has been sick. She's been having weird eating issues and she's puking and pooping and all that stuff. But I have to be 100% sure before I bring her to the vet, because it's possible I somehow got it wrong and my other cat is the one that's sick. Why didn't I make an appointment when I called about the medicine? Because I have to wait. There's nobody, the litter box is all clean, there's no poop in there, and I have to wait till one of them poops. And it's either diarrhea or regular. And then I see who did it, then I need to know who goes to the vet. So can't do that. So what else am I gonna do? I don't know. Call a different doctor for another thing where they were supposed to send me a blood test in the mail and they never did in like a month. And so I'm like, what's going on with that? But I didn't get through to them either. So I left another message. So just making a lot of messages. Did get rid of the garbage in the downstairs bathroom. So that's one thing off the list, but not on the list were these, but clearly they need to be emptied. So this happens a lot too, where like wasn't on the list, gotta do it. So I'm doing this. That means I need to remember to go back in there because there's wash in the washer that I don't want to leave there for a day. A load of wash, was that on the list? No, I specifically didn't want to do another load of wash today because I have 3 or 4 loads I need to put away, which is on the list. But I did the extra garbage and then I said, oh, I got to bring the cans in. That's on my list. So I threw it out, brought the cans in. Okay, but what do you see here? Nothing, but there used to be a rug. Well, you can't see the rug over there. And that had some cat puke on it. I don't know if it was new or some that I missed before from the puke I cleaned up over here this morning. So I had to put that into the laundry. I also had to clean up the floor parts. Putting that in the laundry, I'm doing a load of laundry. None of that's on the list. Or in the never-ending list / woe is me Gazbot. The things on the list is to build furniture for the playroom. So I emptied it, it's not built, but now this box is full of things that need to be broken down into compost and recycling and put out. So that's gonna be added to the list. So we've rearranged in here and I got this new toolbox, which is probably too big because I'm trying to just like lift it up and get things out of it and it keeps hitting the top here. So I need to rearrange all this so it won't be so frustrating next time. Can't do it now, but it's going on the list. Also, I need a hammer and a flathead and a Phillips head. We rearranged, we both got new toolboxes, and I know we own at least 2 hammers, maybe 3, and no hammers in either toolbox, so making some dinner for the kid and myself. Didn't get very far building, spent about a half hour doing that. There's a hammer somewhere that I need to find. My goal is to finish building that tonight, but that won't get the item off the list because I don't have 2 items for the 2 pieces of furniture. I have 1 item that says build the furniture. Yeah. Meanwhile, in the good news, a belated Father's Day thing, this Mechagodzilla. What is it? Well, it's a shirt design I have already, but these are keycaps because my computer station is going to become the cockpit for Mechagodzilla. I got a mouse pad board. This is going to go on the keyboard, and eventually I might even get a rug that matches. So there are good things happening. There are good things, mecha good things. What do you think of this?
That's a pretty cool keyboard.
Would you say it's mecha good?
Mecha great, I think.
Whoa, maybe Mechagodzilla great!
Yeah! For me. What is this?
Dinner, the kid's still eating. Tech advisor Azuki's watching her finish up. I went to go look for the hammer and I couldn't find it. And Tech advisor Azuki advised me it was outside in the shed. But I couldn't find it in the shed because the other day I had moved a big pile of stuff out of the way of the front of the door of the shed when I was getting pool stuff for our guests. I'm like, why is this here? And it was there because we had talked about me hammering in some stuff that she couldn't hammer in the other day. And she left it all set up for me nice in front of the shed. Forgot that. Anyway, I got that now. Is something to do on my list. So I'm gonna try to hurry up and do this. And nope, another failure. Just breaking it, I hate owning a house. I hate it. I got to go to the pet store before, but given the diarrhea of the cats, I got to make sure I have the digestive food for them, and we're out. I didn't have it for them this morning, and I don't want to keep giving them regular food. So here I am. This is something that was on the list. Success for once. The guy who rang me up had Latin all over his body. Scariot, mortis, which I know means like death or something close to that. A lot of other words I couldn't see, and then like sigils and stuff in his arm. Kind of cool, but it made me wonder, like, oh, is this a religious thing? Is this like a gamer thing? Is this a philosophy thing? Is this I'm a character from an anime thing? No idea. I want to know. Okay, on my way back, I'm passing a Best Buy. This is not on my list, but I'm gonna pop in and see if they have a figure. Supposedly, ooh, I'm not looking for this, but it is a cool looking Guy Gardner figure. Supposedly, the NECA Ninja Turtle figures are on deep discount, or at least some of them are. Here is the section. I am not seeing any discount. Maybe it's just online. Bummer. Nope. End of the night, Monday. I attempted to do 15 things off the list, and eight of them I either failed completely, I started it but couldn't finish it, or I got partially done, but basically 8 of them are still on the list. 7 of them completed off the list. And from the beginning of today till now, 7 new things have been put on the list. So I still have 48 things on the list. Maybe 47. Cool. Work in progress. One of the things I started yesterday was working on cleaning this, which made it messier, and building that furniture, which made it messier. And I have double proofs, I should say, to be going over. And it's sometimes it's barely noticeable. Like I can see that I did put a line there, but not far enough in the print margins. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to redo all this, which is annoying, mainly for the time frame. All right, here I am at the coffee shop, and it's Tuesday morning. I'm tired in a regular way. I didn't get good sleep, but not so much with the night terrors, and the morning went better with the kid. I am going to have to basically redo everything I did to adjust for the printing on issue 3 and just be a little more extreme with the way I did it. I'll double check some of the opacities, but that's going to be something for later today or tomorrow, and then I'll resubmit that, and I'll just ask for a digital proof and go to the prints. It's probably okay as is. It's not. I don't know if it's but anyway, I'm going to finish up. The first thing I'm going to do, I looked over that scene just to double check myself. I'm going to have to redo it. So I'm going to finish up the sketch cards, number 1. Then I'm going to edit this video and do a few other things and maybe get to coloring on the print today. That's my plan. But I'm also going to have some food. And I just recorded a bunch and didn't record. I'm on the steroids, which are, I think, making my symptoms better, and I'm feeling better. Not 100%, but way better than I did a day or 2 ago. And I think it gave me a lot of energy yesterday. The downside of that is I didn't go to sleep for a while. So I'm tired, not fatigued, not burned out, but tired in a regular way. So I'm having my coffee and stuff, and I'm going to try to get a lot done today. Later on after school, going to my mom's. Where was I going with this? I don't know. At the end of the video. So bye. See you next time.